knows it. Sing it. All right, everybody, how's everyone doing? So, that song I chose, clearly people know it, yeah? Good, good. So why is it, if you know the words, it talks about making a decision, choosing a side. And I think a lot of you have done and chose the right side. So we're gonna get through. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? See yourself that big? So, all right, for those who know me, Alex Lopez, I've been in your guys' shoes. So I used debt for years as my way in to help people to find more money for them, to make sure their families could get the protections they need. If you're not doing that now, how many of you are doing that? I see the leads submitted, so don't lie, okay? So that's me, no big deal, whatever. A cool little picture of me in the Marine Corps over there. That was actually your guys' last event was right there too. So obviously, we're a big supporter of Vantage. So if you guys didn't scan the QR code on the first page, do me a favor, take your phones out, scan that QR code for me if you could. If you've ever helped a client, if you've ever helped yourself, we're looking for those testimonials. We want to know what you guys have experienced from people, right? And we all know with the industry that we're in, not everything's going to go perfect. Not everybody's going to listen to everything you say. Am I right about that? How many of you guys have every client say, oh, you told me, or how many of you ever had a client say, you didn't tell me this, but you know damn well you told them that? So if you think about it, that's going to be the same with every industry, but we want to hear all the good stories, even the stuff that you guys know that if there's an issue, I handle it myself. Why? Because there's very few, right? A president of a company should be handling a lot of things, but when there's very few, it's okay. We find a lot of value in it, make sure that we can give you guys what you need, all your clients taken care of, very simple. So vision, prosperity will be the household name for advisors. Every one of you guys. I said prosperity will be the #1 name for household for name advisors with Vantage. We're gonna be putting a lot of energy into Vantage. As you guys know, we put a lot of energy into Better as well. But Vantage, bringing it back home to where it was, we started prosperity because there was a lack of transparency in the industry. For advisors, they weren't paying you guys enough, right? That's the biggest one, right? You guys are used to an industry where you do something, you get paid really well for it, am I wrong? That is the vision. We're gonna be spending a lot of time with you guys. We're gonna be spending a lot of time with, this is how you get through the process. I don't know anybody in this room, if you can though, let me know and let's talk about how you can train other people. Can take a client from the F&A, get them through debt, rearrange their whole situation, put money away, put thousands of dollars away per month for their family, secure their future, and make sure if something happens to them, if mom or dad doesn't come home tonight, their family's not detrimentally impacted. How many of you guys can say you could do it start to finish? If you can't, it's okay. There's all the other people that can help you around you. So understanding with you guys, we're gonna work together and make sure that you guys are understanding how to integrate PFN into what you're doing every day. Why? Because families are struggling in debt. What's the war? The war that you're fighting against is every single situation. I don't care what side you're on with our government, they're not for us, they're all against us. I'll tell you right now, like it or not. Maybe I'm not a conspiracy theorist, right? But I will tell you this much, they don't live our life. It's literally like the Hunger Games, the people at the Capitol making decisions for people they don't even see, right? And that's your families are out there. Your families are getting affected by it. The most important thing is to try and inspire people so they can be great in whatever they want to do. Why did I choose Kobe? Because the day I chose this business, I wasn't ever gonna quit or leave, was the day Kobe died. I will never forget the date, and it's crazy because I said, show me something, and how is the death of a person who inspired millions upon billions of people, how is that not gonna remind you that you can't stop what you're doing? Inspire people to take control of their financial future, watch them live a better life. I go for broke every time. I go after it every single time. Why? Because every single time I've come back stronger. Not because I'm that much better, but I've learned along the way. I've aligned with the right people. We have the right people, the right mentors, the right people to teach you everything. What do we do, right? After all this talk, debt consolidation. We help people put all their debts into one place. Imagine how many of you know people that are literally every single month, they just feel like the credit cards are just coming after them every month. They're barely holding their head above water. They basically have one nostril, just giving a little bit of air. So credit repair. For those that don't know, that have helped clients with credit repair before, we just ramped our entire credit repair process. And one of the people in here is at the heart of it. We're gonna pay more for it, what we're gonna do for you guys. Because think about it, hey, who needs to repair their credit? And this isn't one of those situations where the client's gonna pay us to teach them to do their own thing. You guys have heard of that. I mean, FTC shut that company down 2 years ago, 3 years ago. This is a process where it's actually done for you process for the client, where they see jumps. One client that we submitted, literally in the first round of stuff, saw a 35% point increase. You see, what'd the score start at? Doesn't matter, it's 35 points. And it's not like it's 35,000, but it doesn't make a difference. Federal student loan forgiveness. This is the biggest problem. Why? Here's the thing is, how many of you guys have a higher education degree, higher level degree, master's degree, doctorate, or just bachelor's? How many of you guys have a degree, period? Associates and up. I slugged out college better than anybody you'd ever meet for years because I did believe in it, because back then the world was so different. You needed a degree, you needed a piece of paper to show that you knew what you were talking about. But now I look at as an entrepreneur holding 2 master's degrees and had $180,000 in student loans after the military paid, $50,000 for my college, that we're still stuck. My payments were $370. They added $900 of interest every single month every time I made a payment. And I'm gonna tell you what, the government is not forgiving everybody's student loans. Okay, they're buying votes right now, whether you like it or not. I am so sorry, okay? But here's the problem. They're pandering to people. Why? Because here's the problem is not the education, it's what they're allowing people to charge for it. It's the interest rate and the privatization of federal student loans. If you think about it, how many of you guys have student loans in here? How many of you have, there's gotta be more than that, come on. You guys, your participation's gotta get up a little bit, guys. Think about this, have you submitted yourself? Good, you should, and you should get paid for it. Other companies, they don't wanna pay you for yourself. We'll do it all day long. Why? Because you're your client, it counts. So on the credit repair side, the one thing to understand is we removed the model of it's just a standard price for this person and this person. Doesn't matter if you have this or that, it's all gonna be the same. It's custom to every single person. It's customized to every single person. So not, your friend who's got 1, 2 things to take care of isn't paying the same as a person who's got 36 different items to take care of. On the debt consolidation situation, understand what this is. This is a hardship program, right? COVID was one of the biggest hardships we've seen in how many years? Well, 10 after 2008, 2009, right? A lot of people struggled. People are still struggling today. We're still finding people that have been snowballing debt the wrong direction, right? You guys fight the same fight that I fight against Dave Ramsey, right? Oh, IULs are not good, blah, blah. He's wrong. I'll tell you what. I can tell you a million reasons why for another conversation. But at the same time, with debt, if you don't have 2 pennies rubbed together, how are you gonna snowball anything? How many times have you sat there and said to yourself, man, I can either eat or pay the credit card and then eat on the credit card? How many people have too much month at the end of the money? Me and my cousin, we were young. When I first started programming and I started making real money, I was like, man, I'm a baller on the 1st and the 15th, the 2nd and the 16th. And after that, back to work. By Monday morning, we're in trouble. So if you guys look, here's a little education for you guys. I'm gonna use a bigger screen. 35% of your payment history, your payment history is 35% of your credit score. Accounts and relative credit limits is 30%. Type of credit cards, frequency of credit cards, and length of credit card history. Knowing is the first line of defense on how to fix a problem. Am I wrong? Am I right? If you can look at your situation and kind of figure out, hey, I'm in trouble. I'm drowning in debt right now. And you can be delusional about it too, but let's be realistic. If you question it, you're already in trouble. If your question, am I in debt versus no, I'm not in debt. But you got some people, I had a client who was like, I'm so embarrassed, Alex. I got 1 car payment. We owe $7,000 left on it. And the family combined making $300,000 a year and they have 1 car payment with seven grand on it. So people don't really always know, right? But if you know, you really know. Let's be realistic about it. You don't have to answer this question. I wouldn't if I was in the crowd, I'll be quite honest with you. It's okay. So who do you know? That's a question. Who do you know that's struggling with debt? Who do you know that's struggling every single day? They can't get ahead in any way. How many of you guys have sat with a client, they have so much debt, they can't put away for a $19 term policy? Put your hands up for me. Happens all the time. So think about that. You can use this process. In debt consolidation, we can bring their debts down. Let's say they're paying $900 a month. Imagine we bring it to $450. Now you got $450 to put in different places. Take care of those kids. Every mother and father, I promise you, I hope, in the world, wants to do something for their kids. It's their dream to put some money away for their kids. There's songs about it, about people stealing jars and stuff about things. Eminem, by the way. Every single family wants to do that. So now you've got $50 per kid right there. And then you've got 100, so you got $350 left over. Put $175 for each parent. Start something going. But is it you? Very simple. Is it you? Are you the person that's struggling with debt? Are you a person that's literally sitting there? You got 50, 60, 70, 80,000, 100,000. I mean, I'll tell you what. Anybody here know what it's like to be 180,000 in debt? Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? Doesn't feel good. But here's the thing is, imagine if you can give that person the dignity of not filing bankruptcy. We're the first line of defense in not filing bankruptcy. Imagine that. Imagine going into a household and they said, we're broke. Remember one thing, do you guys know the difference between poor and broke? Who knows the difference between poor and broke? Mindset 100%. I tell people, I can go broke every day I wake up. Every day you wake up, you're broke. By the end of the day, did you do the things that you need to do to get to where you need to go to make sure your family's fed, you're putting money away? For those of you who talk to Jeff on daily, ask me all the time, how much have I saved? How much debt was paid off? How much was this? Because the biggest thing is, if you don't start changing and thinking about it, the problem that we find is people say, oh, we don't talk about money in my family. Or my family that says, oh, I don't need you to look at my money. I'm like, dude, you wear fake Jordans and your Rolex ticks. Come on, let's talk. Be realistic, right? I've never seen a Rolex tick, so I knew something was wrong, right? It was crazy. So each one of you guys should be walking out here with five names to help. 5 different people you should write down. I can name people in the crowd that have helped. Jen Arias helped people. The Soroses have helped people. Patty Ortiz, by the way, the #1 submitter since we started in PFN. Let's give her a clap there. I actually have a canvas in the truck that says it's a Deck Crusher, the original Deck Crusher shirt for her for that. There's a lot of you guys in here that have gotten paid. I mean, Jason Beauvais, there's Dan Ebert. Dan Ebert told me the other day, imagine making an extra $18,000 that you didn't even know came your way because it just hit your bank account. Agents are making so much money, and all they got to do is just start asking the question. So this is how to contact us. That is bright. Guys, here's the QR code. I want you guys to do me a favor on this QR code. We're working very hard on social media. Why? Because we're releasing all of our information for free. All the classes that these gurus charge for, we're doing for free. Releasing all the information. Why? Why not? Because we can. Because what I tell people is the same thing, right? Same with student loans. I can teach you everything, but you're not going to do it. In leadership, they tell you to give every secret because 99% of people will do nothing to take the next step. So we're doing the same thing. So if you guys can scan those and follow us on social medias, I would appreciate it. For those of you that fill out the first form, we're going to pick a few people and give some things to them, and I'm going to pose for picture. There we go. And then I got a few more shirts. So if you guys want to, I'm done. So if you want to turn music on, I'm going to throw these shirts out, and then we're good from there.